Americanism, not globalism, will be our credo. Then we can be assured that other nations will not treat America with respect, the respect that we deserve.
What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video, and today we're going to be talking about the sad downfall of what I thought, personally, was going to be the real competitor to Google for the search engine industry. This is very sad news what happened, but we have to make a video on this. I have to talk about actual alternative media sources because, folks, not even DUCKDUCKGO is a reliable place or even a safe place to go to right now. But before I talk about this very sad state of affairs, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like down below, subscribe, share it with friends, hit the little bell, and yes. So, if you don't know, DuckDuckGo's owner, Gabriel Weinberg, he made a tweet 2 days ago, and I just heard about this, but I thought at first, okay, somebody took something out of context, this is obviously fake, there's no way this happened. Well, it turns out this is real. This entire thread of around like 3 tweets and a bunch of like comments down below, it's all real. And what it says is just sickening. I cannot believe this. And frankly, if this is what they're gonna do, they better have some lawyers ready, because there may be a couple of lawsuits coming their way, because dear God, this is bad. So Weinberg is saying, like so many others, I am sickened by Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the humanitarian crisis, yada yada. Again, with the whole Russia-Ukraine situation, I don't support anybody. I think Russia has a valid cause. They're taking it overboard. Again, that's been my position the entire time. They have valid justifications over the Donbass region. I'm not saying they should invade the entire country. So I thought, okay, this would probably be like, okay, you know, donate to some Ukrainian charities like that. No. In addition to down-ranking sites associated with disinformation, we also often place news modules in information boxes at the top of DuckDuckGo search results. Think about that for a second. And of course, right here it says, we're gonna downrank sites associated with Russian disinformation. Really? In one tweet, or really more like two, in 2 tweets, this clown, the co-founder and CEO of DuckDuckGo, you know, one of the only true alternatives to Google, well, as of yesterday, or 2 days ago, essentially said, yeah, you know how we said we're going to be, you know, unbiased, we're not going to censor anything? Well, actually, we're going to, you know, take down Russian misinformation or disinformation. What? You've been running for years on the idea of we're going to protect your privacy, we're not going to sell your data, and oh yeah, we're fighting back against censorship. Yeah, go look it up. DuckDuckGo's official Twitter account. Look at this. Just look at this. They talk with everything you could do to stop censorship, you know, to fight against net neutrality or defend it, which, by the way, net neutrality, one of the biggest scams in the history of the internet. Again, I know this is anecdotal evidence, but ever since, you know, net neutrality went away, my internet speeds have nearly tripled. So there may be a very interesting thing about it. But the point is this. DuckDuckGo may be in serious trouble. I mean, they flat out lied to everybody like, okay, we've been promised this, that, hey, no censorship, no more of this bullshit, we're going to sell our data. And it's like, this clown, like, says, actually, you know, DuckDuckGo's only mission is to protect privacy. What? I mean, on your main Twitter and your main website, it says, we're going to defend your privacy, but also free speech. Well, in a matter of a minute, DuckDuckGo lost old credibility. I think there's going to be a couple of lawsuits coming their way because, flat out, that's just false marketing. That, oh yeah, we are protecting free speech. We are not going to censor news. Then they do this crap. Again, I don't care if, you know, it's Russian disinformation. If you're stupid enough to believe that the Russians are the, you know, the next coming of Jesus Christ, according to some Russian article from the Moscow News or something like that, then it's like, okay, you're dumb. But why should somebody with a brain realize, okay, that's obviously bullshit. Why can't we just do that? And plus, what's disinformation? You know the certain biolabs in Ukraine? Are they disinformation? They're not, by the way. So it's like, okay, with all this in mind, and by the way, they received some backlash from this. It was funny and actually sad at the same time. But the point is this. What are true alternative media sites? I mean, YouTube, sadly, is still one of the better ones when it comes to censorship. Again, if you word your title incorrectly on YouTube, you're screwed. But I've learned, okay, don't mention like 3 words, politically. They're never gonna, demonetize you, strike down your videos, anything like that. You just gotta be careful what your titles are. But on stuff like Twitter, stuff like Instagram, well, Instagram's actually decent. Not on it, but I heard about it. Twitter especially. That is awful, what's happening on all these, alt tech, like, we're gonna replace Google. Well, you just essentially became Google. Congratulations. So with all that in mind, what are some true alternatives to this garbage? Google, YouTube, and Instagram, stuff like that. Well, again, I'm not saying stuff like YouTube is the worst. It has issues, but certainly compared to Twitter, it is best. But the best alternative to YouTube is obviously Rumble. Again, Rumble, I'm still not using it enough. I'm still working on some content there. It is still the best, alternative to YouTube. There's still, some issues here and there with Rumble. I think their monetization system's like warped. But outside of that, it's still significantly better than most alt-tech sites. I mean, it has some serious backing now, and I think it's going to be the next big thing. It already is. But again, Rumble with YouTube's not the worst, just, compared to the other ones, they're definitely not the worst. But they're still pretty bad when it comes to censorship. But again, join Rumble today. There is a link in the description down below. You click it, subscribe, or follow the my page, but also sign up. Again, you help the channel if you do that. But with that out of the way, what are some true Google, some search engines? Well, Google is awful with censorship, and quite frankly, the only one that I know that's actually pretty good is Brave. Brave is probably one of the only good search engines out there that, is not some bullshit fake news where it's like, oh yes, we consider everything misinformation. Plus, they do the exact same thing as, freaking DuckDuckGo. You have destroyed yourself. The fact that Brave, something that not many people heard of like a week ago, is getting flocked with users. It's like, okay, now what? I mean, DuckDuckGo is dead. Don't go to them. Go to Brave. Support them. Again, Brave actually is based as, they don't censor stuff, they're actually private, you actually have privacy and all that stuff. But again, I know most people really don't care about the YouTube or the, the search engine part of things. One more thing is definitely the Twitter alternative, which is definitely Truth Social or Getter. Getter is more accessible right now, in my opinion, especially for me. Freaking Apple, like, this is the one issue I have with it. I heard it's actually kind of good when you do eventually get it. But why is it only an Apple? Like, no. Like, that's a lot of users that don't use Apple. It's like, why would you do that? And plus, why is there no website for it yet? That's the only issue with Truth Social. But I did actually heard that when you eventually got in, it actually is solid. As for Getter, I do like the UI design. And I think it's pretty good, though I think it's, has many issues still with it. I think that, there's some questionable, actions they've taken the past couple months, but still it is a significantly better alternative to Twitter. But with that all in mind, again, if you want to find an alt-tech website, you gotta go find it yourself. Again, Getter, Gab, Truth Social, Brave, Rumble, all that stuff. I do recommend you join all of them, follow them, whatever, because the old tech stuff, we really need to support these guys. Again, Rumble is the only main one that, actually has a fighting chance. They have actual money. The rest of these, not so much. So again, I recommend everybody, subs to them, whatever, and subscribe, whatever, to help these new companies grow and actually compete against these big tech monopolies like Google, Meta, whatever. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, and yes, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.